What's up? Welcome into a special edition of the Recruiting Roundup. I've got Demond Williams Jr. with me, Arizona's newest addition to the Wildcats out of the state of Arizona. Let's just start there. You went down to the U of A over the weekend, and then you decided, yeah, this is home. So what happened over the weekend that made it feel like it's U of A and the time is now?
Yeah, I feel like there's been a bunch of talks between us, and just like the relationships that I built with them since my freshman year, and just always keeping a consistent contact. And then I felt like that was gonna be the nail in the coffin, I guess you could say, where we went over there, and it was just everything that I needed to see, everything that I needed to hear. So I feel like it was just the right time.
Tell me a little bit more about their pursuit over you. Like, what were the conversations like over, the last few years as
Yeah,
Arizona's been in the running?
yeah, I would say just like staying home and just trying to flip a program around, similar to how it went at Basha, and just come in and try to help just flip the whole program around.
All right, so that's something you know how to do. I'm sure that there's a little bit of an element of, okay, I want to get in and start flipping some guys throughout the
Right.
state. What is your message to anyone who's uncommitted, anyone who's committed that you're looking to flip? What are you telling them about the U of A and what's making the Wildcats special?
Yeah, I would just say, like especially if you're an in-state kid, just coming here with a top offense and building up a defense from the ground up, and then being able to come in and compete and just be ready to win games.
All right, so if we're talking offense and defense, we've got to talk about another big commit out of the state to the University of Arizona, Elijah Rushing. Sounds like you guys have had a relationship over some time. What was your chats like with him leading up to your commitment? Because I'm sure there had to be a conversation
Yeah.
along the way.
Yeah, I mean, we've always just been in contact. I've known him for a long time since he was like seventh, eighth grade. And, just I just like kept in contact with him. And when I decommitted from Ole Miss, I kind of just hit him up and I was like, like where your thoughts at, where your mind at. And he was just telling me about how much he liked U of A and how much he liked the idea of staying home. And, I feel like that kind of played a role in just having like another big name kid there, and just really trying to help build a class.
How do you envision yourself fitting in with the program and what do they say that they see in you and what you bring to the table?
I feel like that I'll be able to fit right in and fit in the offensive scheme, and definitely be able to show my skill set at an NFL level with the way that they run their offense. And I would say just to come in and compete and just like show them what I have and what they know I have, and just show them the undeniable skill.
Okay, so what are your expectations for year one? What are you hoping to do as soon as you get to step foot on campus as a student athlete?
Yeah, I want to just make sure I start early on my degree, and just go out and just compete and have fun. And I feel like everything will play out how it should, just as long as I just keep my head down and focus.
All right, we're talking a little bit later, a few days after your commitment, but that means that you've probably had a lot of time for some fans to either slide in your DMs and wish you luck or whatever that might look like. What has the reception from Wildcats fans been like over the last few days since you've made your commitment public?
Yeah, it's been huge. I mean, especially just the whole fan base kind of like boosting up everything. It just feels like, they just want me to stay home after all.
Tell me a little bit about your family's thoughts on Tucson.
Yeah, I feel like they have good thoughts. I grew up there when I was younger for a little bit. So I moved out to Phoenix when I was about the second grade, and just like a lot of my family, like my mom's family, I go down there like 3 or 4 times a year just for like family stuff. We're just gonna visit my grandma, my nana. So we go out there a lot of the time, and I just have a great bond with everybody that lives out there. A lot of my mom's side is from my mom's born and raised at, so that whole piece had a side to it, and then a lot of my dad's family moved from Alabama to here.
All right, so not unfamiliar territory, so I feel like that means I can ask, what are your like go-to food spots or like things that you have to do
Yeah.
when you're making a visit to Tucson?
I would say, well, they got them out here now, but I would say stop at the EG's or something like that, and just grab whatever the little month special or whatever it is.
Yeah, I personally wait for when it's watermelon season, but I think that's come and gone now. Well, I just want to finish with the obvious question. Plans for this season, I know what the Basha plan is and your personal plan. Yes, win another open division state title. But personally, what areas are you trying to grow and develop in this last season of high school football?
Yeah, I mean, in a developmental standpoint, I just want to, work on my drops and work on ball placement, just like the little stuff. Just make sure I narrow in on that type of stuff, so that when I go into college, I don't miss a beat.
Damon, thank you so much for joining me. Basha Bear, ready to bear down now as an Arizona Wildcat. Thanks for coming on.